Today we're going to be making festivals. And when I say festivals, I mean authentic helshire type festivals, not those imitation that we get elsewhere. First, we start with 2 cups all-purpose flour. It would be good to get a good quality all-purpose flour. We will then add the cornmeal. This is about a 1/3 cup cornmeal. We're also gonna add 1/3 cup sugar. If you're using granulated sugar, you could use maybe 1/2 cup sugar. Now for the salt, this is 1/2 teaspoon salt and 1 teaspoon baking powder. There's no need for any baking soda here, nor any butter. We will not be adding any butter here. All right, let's just give this a quick stir to combine. We just want to incorporate all the dry ingredients. We will be adding about 1 to 1.5 cups of water to this mixture. We will not be pouring all the water in at once. We'll use maybe about 1/3 of the water, and then we just give it a stir to combine. I'll not be starting with my hands here. I find it easier for me personally to just use a wooden spoon at the beginning. All right, let's add some more water. This seems good enough for me to start using my hands now. We're just gonna try and form the dough. So there's no need for this hard pressing. You just gently push, to incorporate all the flour together. We're just gonna form a nice dough, a nice firm ball. I've added a little tip more water because I felt like it was a bit too dry. So we'll just continue to knead the flour. What we need is a nice clean bowl. This is the consistency that we're looking for. It's not supposed to be sticky. Pay careful attention to the dough. It's not sticky and it's not dry. It's just right? I'm gonna add a pinch of flour to this because it seemed a little bit too moist for me. So I'll just continue to knead the dough. What will happen is after the dough is covered and resting, it will somehow form some moisture. So if it's too wet initially and you cover it, it's gonna be even more wet at the end. So after years of doing this, I've made like maybe 1 million festivals in my life. So this here is good. Then we're just gonna cover with plastic wrap. You can use saran wrap, or I find these handy dandy little plastic covers to work well for me. I've seen videos where persons have said that they have to knead the dough for like 10 minutes to get the gluten to form. This has never been the case for me. The dough, however, has to sit for at least 2 hours. I think anywhere between 2 to 6 hours is good. I'm using a 9-inch saucepan here. Please pay attention to the amount of oil that is being added. This is about 1/2 inch of oil. We don't want the oil to be too hot. This is like medium low, but it should not be too cold. You should get a slight sizzle. All right, let's look at the dough now after it has been rested. Okay, let's pinch a small piece of the dough. The dough will be slightly moist but not sticky. Do not add any extra flour here. This is what we're looking for. The next step will be very essential to getting those light, airy festivals that you get at Helshire. As you can see, you flatten the dough when you are going to add it to the pan. You press your fingers to flatten the dough while you gently pull on the dough, and then you place it into the oil. So you press with your fingers to flatten and gently pull on the dough. You're not pulling to tear the dough. You press and pull. The festivals are ready to turn when you see the slight golden brown around the edges. You just gently flip. Once the festivals are golden brown on both sides, you remove from the oil and drain on absorbent paper towel. Now let's look at the technique again. You press and pull, press and pull, gently pull and place in the pot. If you notice, you will see how we flatten the dough to put in the oil, yet the festivals poof up, they actually rise. This will cause a nice airy interior, so it won't be doughy inside. You'll have these light airy festivals. As you can see, look how the fork sinks into the festival. Nice, light and airy, not dense at all. Again, we press and pull. Very important. I am repeating this step so many times because it is very important. You need to see the consistency of the dough. It is not too sticky. There has not been any flour added to the dough. And you gently press to flatten and you pull. Very important. If you look at the edges, you'll see the golden brown I was telling you about. This will show that it is time for the festival to be flipped. Wait until the perfect time will allow you to not over flip the festival. Like, you know, flip a second time or a third time. Just once you see that nice golden brown around the edges, it will be time to flip. So let's put this last one in. Look at the sizzle in the oil. Not too much, not too little. And also pay attention to the bubbles that form. Special note, If your festivals are getting too dark too quickly, turn the flame down. If it is that you put the festival in and you're not getting much of a sizzle, turn the flame up. Do not add another festival to the pot until you get adequate sizzle. Here we have the finished product. Nice, light, airy festivals, just as how you would get at Helshire, or I guess we call it helshire, you know. But follow the techniques, do not skip anything, and you will get beautiful, soft, delicious festivals. Look at that. Thank you so much for joining me, and let me know what else you'd like to see me prepare.